Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just literally recorded a video for you and it had no sound, so take number 2. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're gonna start this video with an article that I came across literally a few hours ago. I'm sure some of you probably heard this news. If you haven't, let me take you here. This is from New York Post. It says, Islamist terror leader calls for Trump, J.D. Vance assassinations over pro-Israel views and disturbing video take revenge. So here is the post, here is the video. Let me close this. I'm gonna play this in a second, but let's read it first. Al-Qaeda leader Saad bin Atef al-Awlaki, I'm not sure if I said it correctly, called for American Muslims to wage jihad and also the assassination of American officials, including President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and Elon Musk, among others. I'm gonna play this video for you. This is an original language, Arabic. I'm not sure exactly if that's the language, but I think that's what it is. And subtitles are in English down below. And then we will go to my comments on that. Let me mute myself now and let's take a listen and take a look at this disturbing video, very disturbing video.
ثم إننا ندعو ومن الآن كإجراء عملي أولي كل مسلم على أرض أمريكا الكافرة المجرمة المتغطرسة سواء أكان من أصول عربية أم أمريكية أو غيرها، المهم أن يكون دينه الإسلام ونبيه محمدا عليه الصلاة والسلام، والذين بلغ تعدادهم 4.5 مليون مسلما في أمريكا وحدها. نقول لهم جميعا الثأر الثأر، لا تشاوروا أحدا في قتل الأمريكان الكفرة، ولتكن همتكم كبيرة وقائمة استهدافاتكم مؤثرة، فدونكم عتاة الأرض وأكابر مجرميها، فهذا ترامب ونائبه، وهذا مستشاره وداعمه ماليا وإداريا وتقنيا إيلون ماسك، وهذان وزيرا خارجيته ودفاعه وأهلوهم أجمعين، وكل من يمت لساسة البيت الأبيض بصلة أو قرابة.
I'm going to attach the link to the article and this video down below in the description box. Few questions from me here. First and foremost, I would like to know if this is legit video. If this is not AI, if this is really whoever it is and he's making such a statement. Second, I would like to know if whatever he said was translated exactly how it should be translated, so if there is no confusion there, right? Few of you I know are from the Middle East area, few of you are watching me from some Arabic countries. Greetings to you guys, by the way. I'm not calling everyone terrorist who lives there because, you know, I have common sense, all right? And I met a few of you actually, believe me or not, when I was in Russia. So on the street, I remember some meetings. Let me know if whatever he said was translated correctly. And the third question is, how serious is this threat? Because if this is a legit threat, that's not good, everyone. I'm just saying that's not good. Some of you probably know that, let me show you right here. We have this website that is called nokings.org. This was mentioned in my yesterday's video. That person who I showed you Instagram, his account, he was talking about this nokings.org. In a nutshell, it's a website created that wants to remove Trump from power. So let me just show you the top of it. In America, we don't do kings. So this is the website. And when you scroll down, you have this map, and this map shows you the places that should gather forces, let's put this way, for June 14th, that is coming in 3 days. And as you see, few places are highlighted with the red stars, few major locations here, right? You can see it, and the rest covers a lot. Let me just go closer because this covers a lot of places. So they are organizing people all across United States to create tensions and turmoil and many other things. Now, of course, this goes all around on social media and people are talking about it because, as you know, on June 14th, that happens to be, by the way, Trump's birthday, 79th birthday, I think. Next year he will be 80. On June 14th, in Washington, D.C., U.S. Army will celebrate 205th anniversary. There will be a parade. And this is a place where I think we can really pay attention to, because while they are deploying the National Guard to California, 2,000, or I think there is more now in California, the US Army will be having this major parade in Washington, D.C. So they have to make sure that they are going to protect that as well, because I am absolutely certain that they will be trying to create really bad things. Okay, they will try to do something really bad, and you don't need to be an expert, just common sense. I think the timing of Los Angeles, the timing of that reaction that was done to ICE officers at that Home Depot, who apparently were arresting some gang members and cartel members, etc. The timing of it and this escalation of those protests is not a coincidence, because they are pulling those forces away. And I don't know exactly what is the number of National Guard forces in the United States. So we have the threat from the Islamic terrorist leader. We have, if that's legit again, I'm not saying it is, I don't know. Then we have the parade coming. We have threats being organized within the country. So we have the enemy from the outside and the enemy from within. And now I want to take you to another enemy from within. Let me just find the video. Guys, one moment. I want to take you to Newsom, Gavin Newsom, who is the governor, state of California, those of you who don't know. How much longer this creature will be in the position, I have no idea. But just before we play this video, I would like to recommend you, when you're watching this and you're listening to him, reacting to what Trump is doing right now with National Guard and Marines, sending them to Los Angeles area, to California. When he's talking, they are showing images of what was taking place in that region. So let's take a listen. This is his statement, the latest statement. And after that, I give you a few comments from me in regards to that.
Is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond his stated intent to just go after violent and serious criminals. His agents are arresting dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers, and seamstresses. That's just weakness masquerading as strength. This past weekend, federal agents conducted large-scale workplace raids in and around Los Angeles. Those raids continue as I speak. California is no stranger to immigration enforcement, but instead of focusing on undocumented immigrants with serious criminal records and people with final deportation orders, a strategy both parties have long supported, this administration is pushing mass deportations, indiscriminately targeting hardworking immigrant families, regardless of their roots or risk. Donald Trump, without consulting California law enforcement leaders, commandeered 2,000 of our state's National Guard members to deploy on our streets, illegally and for no reason. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk. That's when the downward spiral began. He doubled down on his dangerous National Guard deployment by fanning the flames even harder. He again chose escalation. He chose more force. He chose theatrics over public safety. He federalized another 2,000 Guard members. He deployed more than 700 active U.S. Marines. These are the men and women trained for foreign combat, not domestic law enforcement. Trump is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond his stated intent to just go after violent and serious criminals. His agents are arresting dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers, and seamstresses. That's just weakness masquerading as strength. Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities, they're traumatizing our communities. And that seems to be the entire point. California will keep fighting. We'll keep fighting on behalf of our people, all of our people, including in the courts. Just yesterday, we filed a legal challenge to Donald Trump's reckless deployment of American troops to a major American city. Today, we sought an emergency court order to stop the use of the American military to engage in law enforcement activities across Los Angeles. This isn't just about protests here in Los Angeles. When Donald Trump sought blanket authority to commandeer the National Guard, he made that order apply to every state in this nation. This is about all of us. This is about you. California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next. Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived. At this moment, we all need to stand up and be held to account, a higher level of accountability. If you exercise your First Amendment rights, please do it peacefully. I know many of you are feeling deep anxiety, stress, and fear, but I want you to know that you are the antidote to that fear and that anxiety. What Donald Trump wants most is your fealty, your silence to be complicit in this moment. Do not give in to him.
All right, few comments from me here. Well, first, let me just say, you liked it or not, to me, this is like a lizard is talking, or reptile or reptilian, whoever is in that body. Now, this is coming from someone who during Schmovit, you know what I refer to Schmovit, pandemic time, and I was living in California, this is someone who destroyed, and I don't have the number at the front of me, absolutely destroyed thousands and thousands small businesses by the order that he has given, closing them. All those so-called dishwashers and other people that he cares so much about have been very affected in California, legal or not, okay? They have been enormously affected during that time. California state had one of the most strict rules during Schmovit era. All right, so please, like, just give me a break. To the point when, and I was in Santa Barbara at the time, to the point when you were not allowed to go to the beach. You had restrictions. There was, places that were absolutely closed. You couldn't go. And you actually saw people, when they were able to go, they were wearing 2 masks, because that's what Fauci advised, and also extra visor. Yes, on the beach, everyone. Yes, I mean, anyway, so this is someone who was for that, all right? Now, who set that those cars on fire? Who set those cars on fire? So mostly peaceful protests. Was it police department that set those cars on fire? Who did that, right? A very simple question. And those are not dangerous people. Now, all right, we know I'm being sarcastic, but here is another point I want to bring before we close this schmuck, is this. You know, they always do it. Actually, let me close it because it's hard to look at this face. Very evil. All right. You know, before, this is Hollywood kind of way of doing things. Before things happen, unfold, they have to present you the plan via a movie or a book or whatever, and they have to have your agreement that that's okay if that will come to fruition. So even though it's framed in a different context, but what he's saying that California is faced first and other states will follow. So this is exactly their plan, is controlled demolition of United States. It's intentional. California is just first. And even though he said it in a context of that's what Trump is doing, that he is pressing and dominating and, you know, power hungry, whatever, he twisted, well, he really wants to say that they are burning California first. That's how I'm reading this. And then other places will follow, which I'm sure, unfortunately, we will witness. Now, I want to say another thing that I've mentioned in the video that I just recorded, didn't have sound. So here is the thing. I was thinking about this a lot, actually. You know, guys, the same people who wanted to destroy Russia and who want to remove Putin from power and who want to destroy East and, let's say, other countries are also destroying West. So this is not the way that I was even verbalizing, and I have to correct myself and take full responsibility for my words, because what West is doing to the East, this is not even that. It's the same group of people that is doing the same harm in the West that was trying to do that harm in other countries, okay? It's really good versus evil. It's a spiritual battle, it truly is. And I think the problem here is that we put West in the same category. Europe is like this, US is like this. And I see your comments, and that was also sometimes my description of it, which is really wrong. I think it's really wrong, because it's not the country, it's what they have done to people living in those countries to turn them against each other, to turn them against East against West, etc. I mean, sorry, the other way, West against East, etc. Right? It's the same energy, it's the same group of people or beings that are creating that. That's what they want. Now, I want to go to someone who I really don't trust, okay? I had moments when I was pretty cool with what he was doing with Doge, and I think that's great, but something was always not quite fully feeling all right with this. And this is Elon Musk, okay? I'm not sure he's on the good side, he's on the bad side. He was on the bad side, he's on the good side now. I don't care. I'm not feeling the guy or whoever it is. This is the latest post, okay, from today, June 11th, from 9:04 a.m. from X. I don't have an account, if you're asking. Elon Musk says, I regret some of my posts about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far. So this is the latest from him. Let's very briefly, because I don't want to stay too long on this, this whole situation, this whole conflict, tension between those two. From the very beginning when this happened, I knew that something is off and this is not real. It's staged, or it's staged. It's a theater, it's a performance. What is the main reason for this performance to take place? I really don't know. This is my opinion, I might be wrong. I think if they would have any issues like that, they would probably just part their ways, said goodbye, sayonara, arrivederci, and they go their own way, and that's it. But they made it so public, almost intentionally, for the public to go berserk, bananas, what's going on, okay? And take sides. So also to see who is on whose side and what things will come out from that. Why I'm talking about this is another point. His father, Elon Musk, for some time, and I never really paid too much attention to their family. I heard some things, and that he came from abusive family, that it wasn't healthy and happy childhood, and things of that nature. There was form of abuse and dark family, let's just put this way. That's what I came across, number of videos, different interviews, etc. However, why I'm bringing this up now, because I don't want to stay in this energy too much, is this. A few days ago, his father went to Moscow. For the first time, he was in Russia. Let me find this right here. So the Forum of the Future in Moscow, and you have on the stage, and I just want to focus on those two here, okay? We have Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister of the Russian Federation, who all of us, pretty much all of us on this channel, very much keep in a high regard and appreciate and admire for being one, if not the best diplomat in the world. And then right next to him is sitting Elon Musk, and that is father of Elon Musk. When I saw that, I actually couldn't believe it. I was actually shocked. And I tell you, because I don't understand this at all. I will try not to say too much, to be, rude or something, but I don't see that man who sits next to Lavrov as someone good, especially in regards to children. I know Russia loves children. I know Russia protects children, and Russia absolutely stands against anyone who harms children. I will show you a channel that pop up on my YouTube recommendations a few days ago. I'm not subscribed to this channel. I think it's from South Africa, maybe because I had interview with Michael Tellinger, who is from South Africa, and I mentioned South Africa. That's why YouTube recommended it. Wide Awake podcast, I'm not subscribed, like I said. Joshua, I think it's his name. He had 2 interviews that really got my attention. So the first one is right here. 3 months ago, he said he had interview almost right here, 2 hours long with Elon Musk's father, in which Elon Musk's father was talking without any problem about him getting married to his stepdaughter and having children with her. Okay. When I heard this, and I've heard this before, but I kind of listened to it. It reminded me, first thing what it reminded me was Woody Allen and Mia Farrow. Some of you probably know that they have adopted few children. I think one of those children was a little girl from Asia. I don't remember what country exactly, if it was Korea, Cambodia, Vietnam, I don't remember. But what I remember is this, that there was a video circulating how Woody Allen was abusing that girl and how Mia Farrow was absolutely devastated. It was recording. And long story short, Woody Allen married that girl later on, his daughter, adopted daughter. And guys, I swear to you, this is a really small world. When I lived in New York City, I remember one day I went for a walk to Central Park, and actually I passed by them, that couple, Woody Allen and that Asian woman who was his daughter, and now it's his wife, and they were on the walk. So what I'm saying, I just say this because it happened. So not much significance here, but kind of like the universe presented that to me in that moment. But what I really want to tell you is this interview. This interview is very fresh, from about a day or 2 ago, in which one of the family members is exposing what Elon Musk father was doing in family to children. Okay. And you might say this is BS or this or that. Somehow I actually believe that this is true, because even Elon Musk's mother was bringing up some of those topics. I'm going to close this now and go back to me. Okay. Why I'm saying all of this is because I don't understand why he was in Moscow and why he was sitting next to Sergei Lavrov. I just want to say it. I don't think it's someone who I would put on the same stage, and definitely not to Sergei Lavrov. And what is he doing in Russia? If that's, in my opinion, not something to, I don't know if people are even aware what this man is part of, what kind of person, right, he is. If there is only a little bit truth in what was said, not liking this at all. So just my thoughts. I would like to know what you think. And even if you don't agree with me, I'm just not feeling it at all. This whole picture of him sitting there in Moscow, if Musk wants to bring, his son wants to bring business to Russia, in my opinion, I don't think that's a good thing either. So just I leave you with this. Some food for thought, everyone. All the links will be attached down below in the description box. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up, free of charge. Subscription really helps me a lot. And if you really can become my Patreon supporter or local supporter or member of this channel, it will mean a lot. Keeps me going, guys. You have no idea. and subscribe to my, follow me on Instagram, AniaK_44. And that's it. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And this video should have the sound. See you in another one. Bye, guys.